Hello buddy, it's Bendominator, and today some creative things got leaked. I was not planning on making a video, but I just saw this all over Twitter, and I was like, I just need to talk about this now, because it's kind of crazy. I mean, we haven't really just had like patch notes leaked like this, especially for an update as big as this, so let's just go ahead and talk about it. So the save device is actually coming in this update. I was kind of predicting that this would happen, but for the next creative update, we are going to be getting the save point device, and it says pick up right where you left off with the new creative save point device, now available for all creators. Now players can save progress over multiple game sessions, encouraging them to come back to your game again and again. Adding the device to your map will enable persistent tracking of eliminations, inventory, resources, and more across multiple sessions. Building a death run game and want players to pick up right where they left off, the save point device is just what you need. Creating a racing game where you'd like the player to be able to track their best lap time, again, the save point device has you covered. Want to create an adventure game that's too long to complete in a single sitting? You get the point. Save point device opens up a whole new world of possibilities for keeping your audience engaged, and we can't wait to see how you use it. So yeah, this device is going to be huge for creative. This is going to be one of the biggest things they ever add to creative, and I know people say that a lot about a lot of devices, but it is true. The save device is something that is honestly gonna make it's gonna make creative games so much grander. And that on top of hopefully getting more memory improvements in the future, you're going to be able to make like whole games. This is bringing us one step closer to being able to make full-on experiences in creative that you have to play multiple sessions to get everything out of. And I think that's super duper exciting. So I just cannot wait for this to come out. Tons of amazing maps are going to come out of this, and tons of already existing maps are going to be improved by this device. And I really do think that this is going to be one of those devices that changes creative in a really good way. And it's huge. It's huge, and there's so many reasons for that. But yeah, I think most people understand how crazy the save device is, and I'm super glad that we're getting it in the next update. Okay, so the other big thing is that we are getting the choppers into creative finally. I thought we were going to get the boats first because the boats were actually leaked along with the cars, but they didn't get added like the cars did. But no, it looks like we're getting choppers first before the boats, which is pretty cool. I don't think choppers are going to be that useful, but I mean, they are just fun. It's always cool to see new vehicles in creative, and I think like it's been long enough. I'm surprised they haven't added it already, but I think it's because of the new engine. They're able to add it now. And this is yet more evidence onto how the new Chaos engine is going to make it so that they can add things to creative even faster. And I do want to make a whole video going over that. But yeah, generally, them switching to this new physics engine lets them add stuff from BR like way quicker. They couldn't add things like the choppers, the boats, or the cars before because they weren't on the same engine. They were built with the new engine. So now that they're on the new engine with creative, they can import these things way easier without having to go over these extra hoops to do so. So we're going to be seeing these choppers, of course, but I also assume we're going to be seeing boats in a very future update, and we're seeing stuff like weapons be added way faster than they were being added before, along with other devices that simply weren't possible. So yeah, that's pretty exciting as well. And again, I do want to end up making a full video talking more in depth about how the new engine will affect the future of creative. But for now, we're just going over the stuff that we are getting currently. And choppers is just a really cool thing that I personally probably won't find much use out of. But the fact that it's there is really, really cool. And speaking of the new engine adding things, we are actually getting a ton of new weapons from this season into creative. There's a whole list right here. Let's go ahead and read it all out. So, we have the mechanical explosive bow, the mechanical shockwave bow, the primal stink bow, the primal pistol, the primal SMG, the recycler, the primal bow, the mechanical bow, the makeshift revolver, the makeshift shotgun, the makeshift SMG, the makeshift rifle, and the makeshift bow. So, yeah, again, they're adding things from BR way faster into creative already. We pretty much have the whole loot pool of this season in creative from day one. We don't even have the whole loot pool of previous seasons in the game as of now. So, hopefully now that they've all caught up with this current season, they can go back to older seasons and add and fill in some of those missing gaps. But for now, I'm honestly just happy that the bows are in creative. I mean, the bows I think are the biggest thing out of this, and yeah, that's just super exciting. I'm also excited for the makeshift weapons, not because they are the greatest weapons ever, but they just look really cool. I always love having weapons with like unique designs in creative, and I think the makeshifts just look super dope. And then you also have the Primal Weapons, which we've already had the Primal Shotgun and the Primal AR, but getting all those other Primal Weapons like the Primal Pistol and the Primal Bow is also extremely cool. So yeah, overall, super excited to see these weapons in creative, and that is a lot of stuff that they're adding in one update, a lot of weapons. So they're actually making some changes to the hub. They're introducing a version 2 of the hub, and now all the new hubs are going to use this brand new format. I don't know a whole lot about it, so I can't say too much on it, but it is going to be a lot simpler. But I do feel like it's going to limit the creativity a bit when it comes to designing hubs. It's a little bit more strict, but I think in terms of the actual players and like the functionality of the hubs, it's a lot simpler. Pretty much it's a design where you're in the center and then you have the 4 different options to go to for different types of games, and then of course behind you you have your own portals. And I think that's just so much simpler. Every hub's gonna follow the same format, and I love that, me personally, because I oftentimes feel like a lot of the hubs are designed like really confusing, and some hubs like that are really good also tend to be really annoying to actually navigate and use. So I hope this new format kind of makes it so that people design hubs that are just way simpler to use while also being really unique and really cool looking. But we are gonna lose a little bit of that hub design. We're not gonna have as many creative looking hubs, I don't think. A lot of them are gonna feel kind of samey, but hopefully the creative community will pull through, make some amazing designs, and maybe it won't even feel that way. I don't even know. I still believe that the creative community will be able to come up with some amazing hubs no matter what. And the last thing I really want to talk about here is the Fortnite creative documentation site. Now, they have actually already launched this, but in this, they're kind of just talking about what it is, pretty much. It's like a place that you can go to, and there's a bunch of tutorials on how to use a bunch of different features in creative, from all the devices to like the basics, to even figuring out how to get your maps featured and how to make good trailers. All that kind of cool stuff is on that documentation website. And if you really want to learn about creative, they're still working on it. There's still a few things that they haven't finished, but there is a ton of great tutorials. They give you a bunch of great tips. I did look into a few of them. Of course, I really love making trailers. There's a really great thing on trailers in there, and it gives you a ton of great tips for that. That's just an example, though there's a ton of other ones. So I do recommend you actually go and check it out if you're interested in creative and you want to learn a bunch of stuff that maybe you won't learn from a YouTube video. So yeah, I hope you guys use that resource because it is a really good one, straight from Epic Games, giving you some amazing advice. And who knows, maybe it'll make you a way better creator in the long run. But anyway, that is about going to do it. If you made it to the end of this video, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed and left a like if you enjoy what you see. You can also use my supported creator code Bendominator in the item shop #ad. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. You can also go to my Discord server and follow me on Twitter. Both links are in the description. What do you guys think about all this new creative stuff? Are you excited? Do you have concerns? I'm honestly curious. Leave it in the comments below. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.